Is Rockstar keeping fans in the dark on purpose, or are they hiding something bigger than we expect? The silence around Grand Theft Auto 6 has sparked debates, leaks, and wild rumors that seem to take on a life of their own. Today, I will talk about what Rockstar has not been saying about the release date, why that silence matters, and what clues could finally give us the answers fans have been waiting for. What we know so far. Grand Theft Auto 6 currently has a release date set for May 26, 2026, a day that has already been circled by millions of players around the world. It feels close yet far away at the same time. With about 250 days remaining until that date, the excitement in the community is at an all-time high, but there is also a nervous undertone. Fans are thrilled to finally have something concrete, but the lack of pre-orders being available makes me wonder whether Rockstar is truly ready to lock that date in place. This uncertainty is not new. Rockstar has a long history of announcing target dates and then shifting them back months, sometimes even years, when they feel the game is not meeting their standards. Grand Theft Auto V faced delays, and Red Dead Redemption 2 went through a similar cycle of anticipation, followed by frustration. That track record makes this countdown feel more like a cautious wait rather than a guaranteed promise. From what I've seen covering Rockstar for years, their release calendars almost never play out the way we expect. The company values perfection over punctuality, and while that approach has delivered some of the greatest games of all time, it leaves fans constantly second-guessing whether the timeline in front of them will actually hold. Rare voices speaking out. There is one upcoming event that could shift the conversation dramatically. Dan Houser, co-founder of Rockstar Games and the creative mind behind both Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead Redemption, is making an appearance at Los Angeles Comic-Con. This will be his first on-camera interview since leaving Rockstar, and it is scheduled as a sit-down conversation with IGN's Ryan McCaffrey. For a figure who has spent most of his career avoiding the spotlight, the decision to step out now is significant. Houser's influence on the franchise cannot be overstated. For decades, he was the head writer, the storyteller who gave Grand Theft Auto its edge and Red Dead Redemption its emotional depth. His fingerprints are still on the foundation of Grand Theft Auto 6, even if he is no longer officially with the company. That makes his words, or even his hesitation to answer certain questions, worth paying attention to. The rarity of hearing Houser speak at all adds to the weight of this event. Fans know that IGN will almost certainly bring up Grand Theft Auto 6, and even if the question is handled carefully, the way Houser responds will be dissected across every corner of the community. What he chooses not to say may reveal just as much as what he does, and that possibility alone is enough to make this interview a date fans should keep on their calendars. Behind Rockstar's silence. If Rockstar themselves are not talking right now, there is a reason for that. Over the years, the company has followed a very deliberate pattern. Major announcements are often tied to the financial calendar of their parent company, Take-Two Interactive. By lining up reveals with quarterly earnings calls, they maximize attention from both players and investors, ensuring that the buzz around a trailer or feature lines up perfectly with market conversations. This approach has worked well for them in the past. Grand Theft Auto V had updates placed around these financial reports, and Red Dead Redemption 2 followed the same path. It is marketing and business strategy blended together, and it explains why Rockstar's silence feels carefully measured rather than random. Based on this history, the most realistic window for the next official statement about Grand Theft Auto 6 is from mid-October to early November, right when Take-Two is expected to host its next earnings call. I honestly think Rockstar enjoys this cat-and-mouse game with fans. It builds tension, but it also risks frustrating the very people who have supported them for decades. While the community waits, small updates in Grand Theft Auto Online or Red Dead Online are released almost like distractions. It is a familiar cycle that fans know too well, and it is why every earnings season has now become a moment of anticipation for what Rockstar will finally decide to share. Remembering the 2022 leak. 3 years ago, the gaming industry witnessed an event that changed the way people looked at Rockstar forever. On September 18, 2022, more than 90 early development clips of Grand Theft Auto 6 appeared online after a major network intrusion. The footage showed unfinished gameplay, environments, and character animations that were never meant to be seen outside the studio. Within hours, Rockstar confirmed that the clips were authentic, describing the incident as the result of an illegal intrusion into their systems. The person behind this breach was not a professional organization, but a 17-year-old who carried out the attack using basic tools. Reports later showed that he was already on bail at the time, and the intrusion caused an estimated $9.3 million in damages. He was eventually sentenced to a secure hospital prison after admitting he would attempt the same crime again if released. As someone who watched that leak unfold in real time, it felt like peeking behind the curtain of magic before the trick was ready. And honestly, it left the whole community divided. Some were thrilled to see proof the game was real, while others worried about the harm it caused to Rockstar. The aftermath of that day likely reshaped how Rockstar handles secrecy, making their silence today a direct reflection of lessons learned from that crisis. Signs to watch for next. Waiting for Rockstar to speak has become a process of reading signals rather than expecting straightforward announcements. The most important sign always comes from Take-Two Interactive's quarterly earnings calls, because these events give Rockstar a safe stage to connect with both investors and players at the same time. Historically, major trailers and updates have been timed around these calls, so the next one in late October or early November is a key moment to follow. Another indicator is Rockstar's official website. Subtle changes such as hidden pages, updated artwork, or background assets being swapped have often preceded announcements in the past. Fans monitor these shifts carefully, knowing that Rockstar prefers to tease progress without spelling it out directly. Updates in Grand Theft Auto Online or Red Dead Online are also worth paying attention to. While they seem unrelated, these releases often serve as distractions to hold players' attention while larger projects are being prepared. Some believe the next big step could be Trailer 3 or an announcement of different editions of Grand Theft Auto 6, including a collector's edition. If history repeats, Rockstar will want the world talking about Grand Theft Auto 6 again right when Take-Two is speaking to investors. That pattern is consistent enough that fans now treat these corporate meetings as unofficial countdowns. Why this time feels different? The anticipation for Grand Theft Auto 6 does not feel like the anticipation that surrounded Grand Theft Auto V or even Red Dead Redemption 2. In the past, Rockstar was already seen as one of the best studios, but the pressure was smaller compared to the mountain of expectations they face now. The hype today is global, non-stop, and amplified by years of waiting. Their silence does not feel casual anymore, it feels deliberate and heavy. The gaming world has changed dramatically since 2013. Social media spreads rumors in seconds, and fans now expect regular updates from major developers. Rockstar, however, still operates on its own schedule, refusing to rush communication just to satisfy demand. That stubborn approach frustrates many, but it also keeps their projects from feeling overexposed too soon. I have covered dozens of game launches, and no other release has felt like this, where every silence is treated as a clue and every rumor sparks global headlines. It shows how powerful the anticipation for Grand Theft Auto 6 has become. The company's ability to hold attention without saying anything proves that this is more than just another game launch. It is shaping up to be the single most anticipated release in gaming history, and that is why the weight of Rockstar's silence feels so unique. Rockstar's history shows that every silence is calculated, and Grand Theft Auto 6 may be their boldest move yet. How long do you think they can hold back the date before fans lose patience? Drop your answer below, hit the like button, subscribe for more updates, and suggest what game or topic I should cover next.